name's Emily, I'm an artist and jewellery maker. Welcome back to my channel, and today is the day I am finally revealing my big project that I've been working on for the past few months, and boy oh boy has it been a lot, but oh my goodness, so worth. I'm so eternally grateful for this opportunity, but I'm so pleased to finally announce that Emily Lakin Art is going to be in a shop. Not just a shop online, a real actual shop with walls. This has been a huge dream of mine since the start of my business, and the fact that it's actually happening is a little bit of a pinch me moment. So I'm going to go into how I came about it and all the process of making all these things. Now, when I started doing markets, I met some lovely people who have told me about how with my disability, a lot of people end up selling in store so they can make a load of stock and people sell it for them. Now, if you don't know, my experiences with the markets over Christmas were quite harrowing. It took me about a whole week to defrost. It was Christmas markets, it was very cold. It was very cold in the UK anyway, but then obviously this wreaked havoc on my health as well. So I was trying to think of ways I could still sell, but not putting my body through absolute hell. And the problem with my illnesses are they're very unpredictable. So I could plan to do a market in a month's time and then get a flare up or get an infection, and then I'm written off for the rest of the month. So it's not ideal. So when people kept talking about these shops in the Stoke-on-Trent area where I'm from, I was very keen to see how to go about doing that. So I emailed the people at Keep It Local, who I've heard of before. I've heard nothing but positive things about their support with small businesses, and on a whim emailed them, and they very kindly got it back very quickly and offered me the opportunity to be stocked in their new permanent store. Naturally, I accepted the offer and started working on stock almost immediately, and then things happened. First of all, the pollen season was horrendous. Now, I have hay fever that is affected by all three types of pollen, meaning my hay fever doesn't just last the 6 weeks of summer being particularly high, it lasts from March till October. A arduous time to say the least, so it's like having a permanent cold for the whole time the UK can ever have some nice weather. So that's been quite difficult to handle with. On top of that, I've been suffering with a really nasty flare-up with my fibromyalgia as well, and I've been withdrawing from medication that actually helps me sleep, thus not sleeping. I had to really make the most of my good days and fueled myself up. This was the lentil Dahle that I made myself when I was feeling a little bit better from the tonsillitis that I had from hay fever, and it was really soothing. Had that with some flatbread and then cracked on with a load more work, and it did help. Gradually I've been put on new meds that mean that I can sleep a little bit better. It's taken a while to get them into my system, but I'm kind of at a point now where I am benefiting from them. So as soon as things got easier, I made the most of that. It also helped that the weather became abysmal in the UK throughout the month of July, which meant I didn't feel so bad about wasting the lovely weather. It also cooled down a lot. So I was in the office quite a lot. I was making all of the earrings I possibly could make. I was basing my research from markets, what was the most popular designs, and making them for the shop because they were liked by the public. The public are the people that were buying these things. So I wanted to make sure I had lots of variations of designs that people liked. Small earrings, big earrings, stud earrings, ones with fish hooks, all that sort of thing. And I wanted to make sure that they were at the level that I was really proud of, just so I could genuinely be confident that the makes that I made, I did everything I possibly could to be as perfect as possible. Obviously, still dealing with certain flare-ups meant that my hands were very stiff and swollen. You can see here I'm really struggling to actually hold the piece that I'm standing to be comfortable at the same time. I was really struggling with that, but I definitely think that was the main problem in slight delays, because my hands were still sore the next day and were swollen. So I then moved on to things that I could do to help heal. So I was actually making a lot more of the business stickers, things that I would put on the packaging and whatnot. And then also anything that was paper related, i.e. printing out the prints and then getting the stickers cut by the silhouette. Everything like that was done so I could give my hands a rest. Then the next time I have to do anything with clay, my hands have healed enough, and I'm not just going to cause myself injuries that will probably last a lot longer to heal. Rest is the most important thing. And the last thing I want is to be out of action for even longer, because I didn't want to wait and rest and thus getting long-term damage. That is not something I would like, and it's not sustainable for an artist at all. I had some minor guillotine issues. I bought a guillotine a while ago, but at that point the blade was rather blunt. I'd used it for quite a while now, so I bought some new blades thinking that was the option. Blades didn't fit, even though they were literally the same brand of the Guillotine. Wouldn't work, wouldn't cut, left all of the edges really fluffy and blunt. Oh, it just really made me feel like I wasn't going to get a good quality cut. No one would buy everything, and I had a little bit of a meltdown. And then I ended up thinking that I should get something that's actually better quality. So I invested a little bit more money into something that I could rely on for a little bit longer. And I'm so glad I did. It's brilliant. I will leave a link in the description box. It's a Dahle. I just bought it from Amazon, and it's genuinely saved the day. It turned my frown upside down. So much more thrilled to have the cut that I was so desperate for my prints. And I felt like that definitely made me feel like the end was near. I was getting everything done, and it was just the final bit of packaging everything up. So with that, it was stickers and getting everything sorted in terms of putting them in the cello bags and stapling the branding packaging things and the backing sleeves and everything like that. I was just so pleased to finally have everything at the point of getting it ready to be stocked. All of the stock was made, and I just felt like I was at a point where I'd done the hard bit, the actual making. And I'm quite good at getting a rhythm sorted with repetitive tasks like packing prints and getting stickers done and anything like that I can do quite well. I'm a creature of habit. I can do it a little bit like a conveyor belt, and it makes me feel a bit more like I'm getting stuff done. But now I'm going to show you all the products that will be available at the shop. But let's start with the prints. The first print is my cross-stitch QT print, and this is one of the first prints that I have had in my shop, and well, one of the earliest ones that I did, and it was this print that allowed me to find my style as an illustrator, what I really enjoyed. I loved texture, I loved emotion, colour schemes, but all of that together, and I was just so thrilled with how this one turned out, so this had to be in the shop. I should add as well, all prints have a glossy finish and are A5. The next print is based on those little libraries that you can get in certain neighbourhoods where you take a book and you replace it with another book. So it's like a little community where you borrow and return books for everyone to read. And I think that concept is absolutely adorable. So wholesome. So I wanted to capture that in a print. And obviously authors writing Bronte Drive, need I say more? I'm also rather partial to the primary colour palette. The next print is quite special because it got me out of art block when I was in a particularly bad place in my life. I'm not going to go too much into it, but it allowed me to feel like a purpose creatively again. And it was just quirky and weird, and I really enjoyed doing it. It's basically a train, but instead of carriages, it's little houses. It wasn't initially going to be a print. I was just drawing it for the sake of giving myself a little mental boost, and was so pleased with it, it became a print. The next print is inspired by my most favourite place in a town, and it is a bookshop, specifically a second-hand bookshop. And this is The Biggest Lie I Tell Myself, one more chapter, so naturally that was the name of said bookshop. And the colour scheme really pleased me. I love these sort of colours. They are my general happy colours. They fill me with a lot of calm and joy, and that is basically what books give me too. The next print was entirely a sort of visual brain dump, and I just wanted to experiment a bit with my illustrative style, what I enjoy from doing like a portraiture stylized piece, and this one just was like a visual serotonin boost. I felt so happy doing this. I felt so happy when it was done. Seeing it printed just makes me so pleased. It reminds me how I felt doing this. I love anything cottagecore. I love the border as well. I think it's really effective. I love the colour schemes with the pink and the softer colours, but then paired with that really dark green. I think it gives a bit of contrast and juxtaposition without it feeling too jarring or more like lack of cohesion. So I was really pleased with this, and it had to be part of my stock. A very sentimental piece for me, and it was when I first met my partner and I felt so at home with him, like as if home was a person, and the feelings that he gave me was like home. So this was again a bit of a nostalgic way of making myself feel those feelings visually, and again with no intention of becoming anything for the shop, but it's become one of my most popular prints. I think the message definitely resonates with people, especially with everything that's gone on in the world recently. I think having that comfort and home-like feeling is so important nowadays. And my final print definitely took me the longest to do because I was doing it in between everything else, and because I finished it before actually doing the stock, I thought I'd include this as well as a very recent addition to the shop. Again, can you blame me? Cottagecore is definitely my preferred aesthetic, and this was very heavily influenced by that. Another popular product in the markets were my sticker packs, and I thought I'd include a few more stickers per pack because I think people had a lot of trouble in the markets choosing which ones they liked, so I thought there'd be a bit more variation but also a bit more cohesion within the sticker packs as well. I made a load of stickers, so many stickers, more than I needed, but I think at least then I've got some backups as well, and I made the labels myself, personalised it with branding and whatnot, and then added 8 stickers per pack. I chose a lot of designs that I found very popular with the public in the markets, as well as the ones that sell a lot on my shop as well. They're all printed on glossy paper and are all cut and printed at home, so I make everything myself except the cello bags. Not yet found a way of doing that. Earring time, and I thought I would show you all of the earrings and the variations of the earrings as well. So for example, these are the straw hats and there are variations within that. Also, I should note all of these are also available on my Etsy, so if you aren't local or can't visit the shop, these will be available online as well. So do keep that in mind. But these are my straw hats. Again, a popular design in the markets. I found that people really liked these, specifically the poppy ones, but I think that's because when I was selling them, it was around Remembrance Day, which is in November in the UK, so they were quite a popular choice. But in terms of the other designs, I really love the daisies and the daffodils. I'm just partial to those sort of colour schemes, but I think the straw hats are a really cute way to show spring in its true form on your ears. And I adore these. They are studs with the silver jump rings with little embellishments within that. Again, all handmade. A lot of the colours that are not available pre-mixed, I do mix myself as well. But yeah, love these. These had to go in the shop. One for those who prefer a smaller, less dangly design, and these are my cameo studs inspired by, cameo brooches. So I've done a border of a colour clay with a white sort of almost brooch-like effect, and then added some little floral embellishments, some little dots, and give a bit of texture and a bit of interest. But again, very simple, very comfortable, lightweight. Polymer clay is a very lightweight jewellery material. I love polymer clay for that reason. My ears can be very sensitive based on heavy designs. All earrings are also backed, I thought I'd mention, with the silicone stoppers, more hyperallergenic. I really struggle with the butterfly backs, so that was important to me. Yes, my second best sellers of the markets. These sold out all but one in the last market that I did and completely sold out in the other 2 markets that I did. They are the mushroom houses. Everyone loves a mushroom house. Everyone loves the cottagecore, fairycore vibes, and I've kind of enhanced them to make them a little bit more detailed, nice and special, but also easy for me to replicate, so I can add more designs as and while they sell as well. I wanted to make sure that I had that sort of pattern in mind so that I can keep them very cohesive within each pair, and these are on fish hooks. Now these earrings are the ones that always get the most comments when I wear them, like my own pair, out and about. I always get people complimenting them or saying those earrings are crazy, and I'm very grateful for that compliment because crazy is definitely the vibe that I go for in terms of my jewellery. I did develop the design from my previous design by adding a bit more texture to the fish and the scales and a bit more depth to the water, and I think it really, really works well and really takes the design to the next level. Now, a lot of people like mismatch earrings, and I thought what better way to do it than almost opposites. So I thought I'd do my celestial dangles for this reason. Everyone's loving things like very tarot card inspired, celestial, horoscopy, so I thought the moon and the sun would be the perfect way of doing that. These ones are lightweight again and are on the fish hook design, so they're really comfortable to wear. I think they look so cute together, and there's a bit of cheeky sparkle in these designs as well. Now, if I had to choose my favourite pair of earrings to wear out and about, I would definitely say these, specifically the daisy ones. These are my favourite earrings that I've made, that I enjoy wearing. I love the style, I love the shape, I think they're quite interesting to look at. And I've also not done these at a market, so I'm intrigued to see how the public will perceive these designs, because I bloody love them. I'm so pleased with them. These earrings are definitely my most purchased and favourited on Etsy. I've not done these on the markets yet, but I'm hoping to when I next am able to do a market. I'll probably include these as well. But the strawberry ones are especially well loved. People absolutely love strawberries, and I'm definitely one of those people also. But I think the bees are also really sweet. The yellow and blue is a really gorgeous combination, very springy and just happy to look at. Who doesn't love a bumblebee? And then the strawberry designs as well. Again, I think the cottagecore thing is very in. People are loving that, and I also love that, and I like wearing these myself as well. Without a doubt, my most popular on the markets. I made these on a whim because I thought they were really cute and thought people might like them, and every single time I've done a market, they've sold out. Need I say more? But if you do need more convincing, just look at their little faces. I wanted to do a design of like a jewel pack, and I thought what better way to do it than not have to decide between stud and dangles and do them both. So I wanted to do a bee inspired piece because I think honeycomb is a really cute, effective way of having a simple earring for people that don't want like lots of fussy things. Then the dangles are really cute with the bees, and I think bees are really popular in the spring, so I think they'd be a really sweet design for the jewel pack. Given the time the shop will be open, I thought I'd add some autumnal flair to my designs. Gingham is one of my favourite things in the world, my favourite pattern and style, and the gingham pumpkins were very popular online last year, so I wanted to make my own new design of these for the crunchy leaf season. The final design for all year round will be the envelopes, and these haven't actually been on the markets either. And again, I'm just curious about how the public will perceive these. They're nice and dainty, really sweet, and I'd like to see how they do in the shop. It's just a bit of curiosity, I suppose. And I've done 5 designs of these. We have lavender, poppy, daffodil, clover and lily. Perfect for those who like a quirky earring but not a massive earring. Just because I love a massive earring does not mean I should force everyone else to love a massive earring. Embrace those that love tiny earrings, and thus tiny earrings for tiny earring lovers. Blink and you'll miss it. Yep, the closing date of this event in the shop will be Christmas Eve, which means yes, there will be Christmas gift purchasing opportunities as well as festive stuff in stock. So I've made some Christmas earrings, the popular ones that people liked at my Christmas market. So I've just made the 4 designs, and we have the hollies, we have little snowflakes which are iridescent and sparkly because who doesn't love a bit of sparkle, especially at Christmas time? We also have some snowmen friends for your ears, and these are really sweet as well. These did sell out at the markets, which is typical because they are the ones that I made the least of, but that's just the way it goes. And then we have my poinsettias, which were the biggest design that I made for Christmas last year. And the big, bold, funky earring lovers of the world, especially at Christmas, really like these. But that, my loves, is why I have been so quiet on YouTube and generally on social media, because I've been working so hard to make all of these things for this shop. I'm now going to tell you all about the details and the location of this shop, so pause the screen if you want, but it will be linked in the description box below as well. So, the shop is called Keep It Local, and it's based in Longton, Stoke-on-Trent. Now, Keep It Local also have pop-up shops around Staffordshire, so I will pop the details for both Instagram accounts below. Doors open at 10 AM on the 9th of September, and the first 5 customers to spend £10 will receive a free Keep It Local goodie bag worth over £40. Also, all purchases made on the 9th of September will be entered into a prize draw to win a £75 gift voucher to spend in store. And you also get that warm, fuzzy feeling knowing that you are supporting local businesses and the people behind these local businesses achieve their dreams. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds bloody grand. What more could you want? But that is the end of this video. I'm so glad I can finally reveal what I've been working on for so long. It has been annoying the hell out of me that I've not been able to say anything. Not that I was being stopped to say anything, but I think I just didn't want to jinx it. Nothing like this often happens to me, so I was really hesitant to say anything until I knew for sure this was actually being confirmed. Confirmation given, let's get excited. Now all of this prep is very nearly over. I finally have a bit more time to work on some more stuff for my Etsy shop. I have so many ideas that I want to make, new ideas that I have not yet made that I can't wait to reveal to you all. I'm also very excited to get back into YouTube and filming lots of ideas. I've made a list throughout this process of all video ideas that I want to make, so stay tuned for that. Any of you local lot that do visit, I really hope you really love everything there. The people behind this have been working so hard, and they are the best people, and they just do it for the sheer love of small businesses, and their love is infectious. So I really hope you enjoy your time there. But that is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video or like me, please do subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here and join me in all of my arty endeavours. Anything I've said along with all of the links will be in the description box below if you want to have a nosy at all the details. Along with all of my socials, my Etsy shop and my website, which I've just been working on. I now have my own link page and a very basic website that's going to eventually develop into a blog and a portfolio, but that requires time, which I have very little of. But I digress. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so thankful for you being here. I really hope you have a truly magical day or night, whatever you're doing. I hope it's wonderful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.